back to the recipe box, Mom's recipe box, and I'm finding all kinds of good stuff, of course. I'm going to make two things at once, both with rice. The first being curried lentils and rice. This is not my mom's recipe. This came from a friend of hers, but it sounds great. Curried lentils and rice. That's what can be wrong. I made brown rice. They get mixed together at the end. So I got this going on. I'm also going to make rice pudding. This is my mom's recipe, and I remember this very well. It's very simple and good. I have leftover white rice for that. In fact, let's just get that going right now. Turn the oven on to 325. And it's very simple. White rice, about a cup. Or more, a little more probably. 2 eggs, of course, because it's pudding and it's going to be fluffy and nice. And 2 cups of milk. Good. Just a little pinch of salt, of course. A little bit more, probably. All right. And what else? I got, oops, is that okay? Yeah. A little dash of vanilla extract, about that much. Some nutmeg, just a tiny bit of nutmeg, because a little nutmeg goes a long way. So not even 1/8 of a teaspoon. Yeah, that's about enough. And cinnamon, of course. About that much, maybe, why not? And some raisins, I don't know, 1/2 cup maybe, a little bit more, 1/4 cup plus, whatever. Eggs, oh, sugar, of course. And I'm gonna put a little bit less sugar than is called for, because I don't think it needs that much. So this is like, that's 1/3 of a cup of sugar. And eggs, sugar, milk, rice, raisins, nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla. That's all she wrote. And I'm going to just stir this up. Those eggs broken up and stirred together. Rice pudding is so soothing and yummy, and you can have it for breakfast. It's not just for dessert. Lovely rice pudding again, as the nursery rhyme goes. So, okay. And I buttered a dish, just a casserole dish. Put some butter in it to, probably not going to stick, but, you know, make that, we'll add a little butter flavor too. Why not? Those eggs mixed together. All right. And I'm going to put that right in the bowl here. Those raisins, I'll probably stir it a couple times during the cooking process so the raisins get sort of distributed through and stuff. But that's it. Just a nice custardy thing with the rice and raisins. Very soothing and comforting. So that goes in for about an hour. All right, now the main course, curried lentils and rice. This is a whole chopped onion here, and turn the heat on under my pan. This is going to be really curry-y, because I'm using a lot more curry than this little recipe calls for, because I think that's a good flavor. So in this thing, I have curry powder, ground cloves, cayenne pepper, salt, and black pepper, and a little chili powder too. So into my pan goes, what am I going to use to stir this thing? Good tablespoon plus of butter. Oop, in there. And olive oil, also another, well, 2 tablespoons probably, but of olive oil. Okay, so that fat is bubbling, so these spices are going to go right in, and this is going to create a really fragrant smell, especially that curry powder. Oh yeah. As soon as it hits that hot oil, all those fragrant things are released from all those spices. So, you know, Indian infused. But oh yeah, I can smell those cloves. It's a very, very distinctive smell. Cloves and curry, it's good stuff together. Okay, so I'm gonna put all these onions in. Well, first I'm gonna do the 2 cloves of garlic. Use my handy garlic press here. Yeah. 1, 2. Instead of mincing them, I like this thing. Just the kitchen device. It's fun to use. Okay, so that, and then all these onions. A lot of onions. 1 medium-sized onion, a whole thing. So, and I can tell this is going to be pretty fragrant as well. Oh yeah. Wow. And it's already a really beautiful color, especially the curry powder does that. But so fragrant. Okay, so I'm just going to let these onions saute for a couple of minutes, get them soft. Oh man, yeah, it smells so good. Those onions are nicely softened up now. So I got a 1/2 cup of lentils, just a 1/2 cup. You know, see, that goes right in, and that mixed in, and 1½ cups of water. So this just has to simmer for 50 minutes to an hour until the lentils are kind of soft. I'm gonna just let it go and put this lid on, and then when it's done, mix it with the rice, and you got a lovely side dish or a main course with a salad or something else, and rice pudding for dessert. Okay then. Wow, this smells awesome. So it's been about an hour and 10 minutes, and the lentils are nicely cooked. They're soft. Most of the liquid has been absorbed. So it's sort of just like dal. Not really, because dal is thinner. I don't know. I'm gonna make dal sometime and compare it to this, but this is like Indian food for Middle America. That's what this is. But it smells great. And I'm gonna mix it with this rice. The brown rice, beautiful brown rice, nicely cooked. And speaking of rice, the rice pudding turned out great. Beautiful custard. And it smells wonderful. So that's dessert. But first, let's do what they say, and I'll mix the lentils with the brown rice. Just pour that right in my bowl. Beautiful brown color. Yeah, I mean, it could be, didn't have to be mixed, it could be on top of one another, but I'm following the instructions, the recipe card. And yeah, this looks really nice. Go figure. Alright then, so I'm just going to serve myself up some of this. Yeah, so it could be a side dish or a main dish. Why not? It's your basic complementary proteins, legumes and rice. Perfectly balanced food. A little bit of parsley on top to make it pretty. And let's just see what it taste like here? All those spices, I mean, certainly the curry, because that's a very strong, assertive flavor, but the cloves I can smell, and that pepperiness of it too. Yeah, the lentils are soft, but they're not, they didn't disappear or anything, so there's a little bit of texture to it. And the texture of the brown rice. They complement each other very nicely. And could be spicier. I like spicy, so I could have put more cayenne pepper in there. But this is really nice. Really a good, I mean, that's a hearty meal right there. It doesn't have to be a side dish. That's a main course right there. I think I better try rice pudding. Have some cooling rice pudding to complement the lentils and rice. So let's do that right now. Oh, yeah, that custard. Still warm rice pudding. Those beautiful plump raisins in there. Myself a spoon. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's sweet, but not overly so. If I'd put all that sugar in it, would have been way too much. So I always like to use a little less. A little sugar goes a long way. And a beautiful plump raisin. A little half and half on there. That's a beautiful rice pudding. I'm very happy with this. I'm going to finish chowing down on my rice dishes here.